Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to a Small Business Saturday shout out. Here, I am your host, Alicia Couri, and I am so happy today because you know what? Today is my oldest daughter's birthday. She turns 23 today. She turned 23 today. And so, Cassandra, happy birthday, in case you didn't see all my postings about her. so so she is 23, and you know what, I am so proud of my girls because both of them they both voted. They sent in their votes this week. They voted early, and I have an 18-year-old. She just turned 18, so this was her very first time voting, and she was so super excited to do it. So both of them turned in their ballots this week. So yay! It's been an interesting few weeks discussing politics with them. So it's great. So if you're joining us, if you're here for the first time, or you're just tuning in and you're wondering what this Small Business Saturday shout out is all about, don't forget to just drop a comment. Let me know where you're from. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let's say hey to you. We have two amazing guests with us today. And so Small Business Saturday shout out is really an opportunity. If you have a small business or a side hustle and you want to get to share your message about who you are and what you do, this is a forum, this is a platform for you to jump on with me, where I'll interview you about your business, why you got into your business, why you're so passionate, who you're helping, why you're helping them. And so then this can become part of your marketing message. It can become part of what you do to share out to the world about who you are and what you do. And so this is a way to really express to everyone what your business is about, why you love doing what you do. And so if you're here and you have a business, put it in the chat. Let me know what it is you do in your business. And let's see if we can have you on a Saturday shout out to learn more about your business. If you are watching us on YouTube, hi. If you're here watching us on YouTube, please, you can join our community. It is facebook.com/groups/Small Business Saturday shout out. And you can join us. So join the group. It's about networking with others. It's about learning about other businesses. How can we benefit each other, especially during this time where small businesses have really taken a hit early during this pandemic, and some are still trying to recover. So this is an opportunity for you to network, see how we can benefit from each other, and use the resources of each other, share what you have going on, and be able to maybe find some B2B partnerships or B2B clients or customers within the group, and also share out to the world what it is you do. So I have, let me see, who's ready? Give me a thumbs up. I have two guests ready. Maria, are you ready? Let me see if I get a thumbs up from Maria. Maria Miliotis and Couri Northington, both are guests today. And so I think Maria is ready. Are you, Maria? I'm not sure. She's putting on her glasses. So I am checking to see who is ready to go. Couri, are you ready? Give me a thumbs up. Maria's ready. All right. So I have both in the green room, and let me pull Maria up. So Maria is going to be our first guest. So let me tell you a little bit about Miss Maria Miliotis. So Maria went from celebrity makeup artist to award-winning business owner. She started her career in South Florida as a makeup artist and hairstylist, and then expanded to the New York City area, where she worked with high-end events, celebrities, as well as working on people's personal brand through her company called FaceWorks International. So I am ready. There you are, Mr. Freddie. Hello, hello. This is my buddy Freddie. We used to have a radio show together here in South Florida. So thank you, Freddie. So let me bring up Maria Miliotis of FaceWorks International. Hello, hello, Maria.
Hi. I just love every time you introduce me, I feel so important. I forget all the things that I've done. So thank you
You
for
are
that.
important. You are a celebrity in your own right, actually. And look, we're hoop twins
Thank
today.
you.
We're hoop girls today. We're both wearing our hoops. Woohoo!
That's right. Love the hoops.
Love the hoops.
Sometimes we have the same hairstyle too.
And sometimes we have the same hairstyle. I know we're twins.
We
just
are.
We don't, you know, I've just been in the sun a little bit more.
Yeah, we're twin flames too. We have the same spirit.
We do have the same spirit. So Maria, FaceWorks International, tell me why you decided to start your company.
Well, first of all, I've been in front of the camera, behind the scenes, and in front of the camera for 30 years. So I have accumulated so much information that I've been able to sell and to help people for so long. And I really didn't utilize all of those talents in the way that I have been able to do that now. As Alicia said, I started working. Actually, I started modeling when I was a young girl, and I worked with photographers and became a makeup artist and started a business with hairstyling and makeup for special events. And over the course of the years, whether it's working with models, with magazines, or working at wedding events, I work so much with photographers, videographers, and even owning a business myself with graphic design artists. And I thought, you know what? There are so many female entrepreneurs that have come to me and said, Maria, you inspire me. I would love a makeover, but also, can you help me get some photos done? Can you help me with this, with personal branding? And they don't know where to start. So it was beyond all of that. And then I would go and give them creative direction. I would align the photographers to come and help give them creative direction in front of the camera. And sometimes people need a little hand holding. They'll have their business model, but then they don't know how to really put it out there in social media.
They don't know how to present themselves.
Right, and have all their materials out there, and even have the vision and the confidence. And instead of going to all of these, not knowing where to start, I've brought everything together with all my decades of experience.
Your contacts and your experience. Let's talk about vision. Let me talk about vision for a second, because a lot of times you're absolutely right. Some people they know their business. They know what they do, but they don't have a vision for how to look the part. They don't have a vision. And again, it's not inauthentic, but they just don't have a vision of how to pull themselves together professionally, how to get those headshots, how to stand and look, how to dress appropriately for a photography shoot. They don't have all those pieces. And frankly, they're so busy in the work that they do, they really need someone like you to help pull all of that stuff together.
And they don't have the contacts.
They don't have the contacts.
And they don't have the contacts. And sometimes there's so many people that all of a sudden they decide to have a new career and do something and learn about it for a year or two. This has been my life for 30 years.
Right. And even though you're 25.
Right. Well, I started as a teenager. This has been my life. So I know I have so much invalid information to share with them, and also bring the team together.
Yeah, so you have a lot of valuable information of that.
And there's many details also. You could say, oh, I'm just going to get a photo shoot. Okay, but what are you wearing? And what is the brand? And what are the colors? And how does it go with the graphic design? There's questions to ask, so you don't waste your time and money.
And right, for a photo shoot.
Yeah,
it's just, you don't just throw it together.
There's people that have brought me photos and they said, we want to use it. Well, they're not really high resolution, so we can't really use them for your website or for your promotional pieces, or they don't go with your brand colors, so it's just,
They're just pretty pictures that have no use for your business.
No.
Pretty pictures that you can just post on Instagram, but they have no.
Right. You can put them on
They're
a
not
dating
coherent.
site. They're cute.
Right. They're not in alignment with your business. And how important is it for a business owner? Because we are Small Business Saturday here, Small Business Saturday shout out in this community, and we are small business owners. How important is it for small businesses to have that image, if you are the owner of the business, to have that branded image of yourself?
I mean, it's like the most important thing to start with. It's the first impression.
It's that first impression.
How is someone going to walk into the door of your home, of your restaurant? How is someone going to want to approach you? It's almost like you're going on a date and you're saying, well, I'm just not going to put any effort into it and I'm going to win them over with my words. No, sorry. You have to, you have to really sell your best self. And we are visual. We're not saying, sometimes when I speak this way, some women may feel, and I work with men too. I don't mean to just say with the women, it's just, I do so much with the makeovers as well. So it's a little bit habit forming. But some women will say, I just, I'm not a supermodel. I'm, in my 50s and I'm not, you know what? It doesn't matter.
Or they think it's substance over look, but
it's looking the best that you look.
Thank you.
It doesn't matter.
Bringing forth your best, like you said, putting effort into it. Yes, you're brilliant at what you do in your business, but if nobody is even seeing you or being I want to use the right word because I don't want to use a word that might be construed as superficial, but nobody is really drawn to work with you, then how are you spreading that brilliance? Because again,
and what are you advertising?
What are you advertising?
I'm not an attorney, right? So clearly I don't dress like one. I'm not one. I'm not a supermodel that does runways. So I don't need to be, dressing that way or looking that way. I'm an artist. I'm a businesswoman, and I'm in alignment with a variety of entrepreneurs. So I want people to feel comfortable with me, and I express how I like to fix myself up, but I'm fairly casual too. So you have to be in an alignment of who you are and what it is that you're selling
and the business that you do. So we're not saying that everybody has to have this polished professional look if your business isn't, if your business is like you said, an artist. And it's really about making you the best you that it can possibly be, and then packaging that. Because I had a branding coach that I know who's very, very good at what he does. He always says your brand should do the heavy lifting for you. When people see your brand, they should want to work with you. They shouldn't say, well, send me some of your work, send me some. They shouldn't be asking you for proof that you're good.
Before you even say a word,
they should be bought into you. That's the word I'm looking for.
You, right.
They should be bought into you, and and just know, oh my gosh, I want to work with you. You look like someone that's going somewhere. You look like someone that has it all together, even though, behind the scenes, you feel like, because let me give you this secret. Everybody feels like they don't have it together most of the time. So,
right.
But you can look pulled together for your business and have your business really shine in front of your competition. You can have you and your business look like, I want to work with you.
And it's confidence building. And people that don't want to be in front of the camera, don't want photos and things like that, well, then that's too bad, because if you're going to be a business owner in today's world, you have to get in front of social media. And many times I will have clients that they'll say, oh, I'm shy and I don't have confidence. but I really turn them around, and it's a beautiful thing to see that they build confidence, they have fun. And I kind of feel that I've helped affect people in a really positive
Positive
way
way.
emotionally. And I know that sounds kind of funny because you're in the beauty business, but I really have, and I've been told that, and it's really nice to see a change in people's persona.
Transformation happens when they sit in
Yeah,
your
it's
chair.
nice.
It's yeah, and I know exactly what you're talking about because I've experienced that myself. Having that opportunity to really have people feel transformed, that even if they came in and they sat there and they don't feel confident, that by the end of working with us, and I have to say us because we've been in the same, we're in the same industry, their confidence level does boost, and they're able to see themselves in a different way,
And their work is better.
and they work better.
They work better. It's just really important for personal growth, and for work, and confidence really helps you in so many ways. And there's a variety of things to do in order to have confidence. There's a combination of looking the best you can get, learning the most you can, surrounding yourself with good people. But it is part of it. That is a
Mhm.
part of the equation. And those that think that it doesn't matter haven't experienced it.
They haven't experienced it. If they think it's just superficial, blah blah blah. I don't want to. If they think that it's not valuable, it has so much value when you have professionals pulling things together for you, and you sit around and just watch the transformation happen.
And
It does something
I
to you on the
with
inside.
with
It really
when you
does.
work with someone like me, I truly care about people.
You
I
do.
have my entire
You
life.
do. You
I
really do.
really do. I really love people. And my entire life has not been, I haven't had different stages of my life that other people have, where I was, just a wife, or a mother and focused on kids, or anything like that, which is a wonderful thing to do. But my life has been dedicated to serving other women, making people look and feel their very best, being a role model, being an inspiration. This didn't happen a year ago. This has been a lifelong
Right. 30
legacy,
years
and
of
probably will
working.
be until the day I croak. That
Yeah.
this is what I'm brought here to do. So as much as I enjoy being in front of the camera, and I'm comfortable in front of the camera, and I've done my fair share of commercials and things like that, and had a team on me, I really
You
love
like
taking all
being
of
on the other
that
side.
and then fawning it on other people, because it's really not, where I shine. It's not about me. It's just really transforming other people and giving back to
Yeah.
others.
That's so true.
If I hit the lotto, I would be doing the same
You'd
thing,
still be
believe
doing
me.
it. I know you would. So speaking of, you'd still be doing it because the beauty industry, like the entertainment industry, got hit really hard with the lockdown, and beauty professionals weren't able to go out. Weddings were canceled, events were canceled, a lot of things were shut down pretty much, and it had been very difficult for you. Do you want to talk a little bit about how
Yeah, no,
COVID
I mean,
affected?
difficult, no, tragic, tragic, traumatic. I know many of us, all of us have gotten hit, some of us worse than others. If you have family members that were, that really were affected through the virus, physically, and all of that, that's the worst, of course. But as far as my business was completely shut down in both
Mhm,
states, from New York, Tri-City area, all the way down to Florida, done.
mhm,
I wasn't able to collect. I lived in New York City. I lost my home in New York
mhm.
City. I wasn't able to collect anything from COVID, because I guess they were just so backed up, and it took several months, and
Yeah.
I just wasn't able to keep up. And I was basically just trying. I'm alone. I don't really have family or anyone to help me. And I was trying to go through everything I possibly could to try to make ends meet, not having any help from the government, not being able to live. My rent was accumulating into the multiple thousands. And I just can't, I don't believe in, first of all, I was living in a place that was a private home and renting part of the house. And, so I couldn't stay there for a long period of time, and nor would I stay at a place for a long period of time, because eventually you need to pay your money back.
Right.
So after selling furniture, jewelry, this, that, just to survive, I finally said, there's nothing I can do. I have to leave now. And it was devastating for me, really, because it was my lifelong dream to live and make it in New York. And I was really doing well. I had
Yes, you were. You
fabulous
had
work
a
and
lot of
famous
stuff
people
lined
I
up.
worked with. I mean, it just from theater to the embassies to all. I mean, that's a whole other show. So I went. So I had to come back home to Virginia, and and just kind of reinvent myself. Here, I am renting an office space in Virginia. Things are starting to open up in New York. I'm actually going to be filming a documentary there. I was asked to be in a documentary next week, and I'm an influencer for another company. So doors have started opening up, and I've been able to start traveling little by little to go. So you just can't lose hope, and you have to think of outside the box and come
Keep
up
working.
with other creative ways to work. And one really positive thing has been that I always worked in person, and it was and worked very hard physically.
Mm-hmm.
But now being able to do one-on-one Zoom consultations for clients that have specific issues, not just a YouTube general, but just
Right.
really, whether it's skincare, hair care, makeup, for Zoom meetings, whatever it is, and be able to consult with them in this way has been a positive thing, because we weren't really comfortable doing that before all of this. So that's something I'll continue to do, I'm sure.
So how can someone get a hold of you, Maria, if they want to connect with you, find out more about what you do and how you can help them look like super rock stars for their business? What's the best way to get a hold of you?
So I have a couple of different ways that they can get a hold of me. Anyone can send me a direct email. They can find me on social media. My social media is Faceworks by Maria, which is Instagram. My company is Faceworks International on Facebook. And I just wanted to mention before I forget that I have a program that I'm working on regarding image branding. And I offer yes, I'm in the midst of that. It will be released very soon. But in the meantime, I do offer a 15-minute complimentary consultation for anyone that just has a business, wants to put it out there, and just wants some free advice. So I do have that available for them. And then I do the one-on-one beauty consultations as well. So
how can someone find out more about the program? Is there a link? Is there a calendar link or something that they can go to?
There's not a calendar link or anything like that, because I don't know what day it's going to be released. It should be released during the holidays. I do have some different video. I'm posting a lot of information on my social media account, and then they can come in one-on-one and speak with me.
Perfect. So go connect to Faceworks by Maria on Instagram, Faceworks by Maria on Instagram, so that you can connect with Maria Miliotis. She is phenomenal, and she will take really, really good care of you. I know that as a fact, because I've worked with her for many, many, many years. We've worked together, and she's one of my best friends. I know, nepotism, favoritism. Here on Small Business Saturday, shout out. We got a little favoritism happening, but
can't help it.
I can't help it. But yeah, so please connect with Maria. She will definitely help you with your business. Look the part, you want to look your best, put your best foot forward, especially as a small business, and it's, we're all budget conscious right now. We're all watching how we spend because we don't know what's happening with this virus, where it's going, where it's headed, what's going to happen. We have an election coming up, we don't know. So consult with her, find out what she can do, find out where you are, because you might be thinking, I need a whole overhaul, when it might just be little things that you need to be able to pull together. So,
right.
so don't
and
be
I'll
afraid
work
to
with
get
people.
Mm-hmm.
I'll work with people. It's okay. I understand that. I've been there.
Yeah.
I know.
So yeah, so we know, we understand. So please give Maria a shout out. Go, and you can always connect with her in the Facebook group, Small Business Saturday Shout Out group. And here is the link again. If you're not a part of the group, go join the group and make sure that you are connected to Maria. So thank you, Maria.
Thank you. I miss you. I wish we were in person.
I know. You're all the way.
We can hug.
You're all the way in Virginia, but we'll see each other again soon. We'll see each other again soon. All right. So thank you for showing up and coming and sharing your valuable business and information. Again, guys, it's Faceworks by Maria on Instagram.
And that's my website too, by the way, FYI.
Faceworksbymaria.com. So you can go to faceworksbymaria.com and connect with Maria. So
thank you.
So we'll chat later.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy
birthday, Cassie.
Thank you.
Okay. See you.
Oh, so yes. That was Maria here on Small Business Saturday. Shout out. Thank you so much. And I know we were a little flip-flop today because Couri was supposed to be our first guest and Maria was our second guest. And we kind of had to hustle and switch things around a little bit for technical reasons. But if you're just joining us, this is Small Business Saturday Shout Out with me, Alicia Couri, as your host. And we just spoke with Maria Miliotis, who is the founder of Faceworks International. And if you're looking for image branding or branding for your business, if you need new headshots, if you need to level up, because now is the opportunity to level up, please contact Maria. She is in the Small Business Saturday Shout Out group. Come over and join the group so that you can be a part of this growing community. So up next on Small Business Saturday Shout Out is Couri Northington. And Couri has been a guest with us before. Couri is actually the person that inspired this Small Business Saturday Shout Out. So we'll talk to him a little bit about that. So let me tell you about Couri. Couri is a native of Birmingham, Alabama. He went to the University of Alabama at Birmingham and came out with a bachelor's in business marketing. Since then, he has gained experience in customer service, sales, and business relationship, and has become an independent associate of Legal Shield, helping others with his expertise. So welcome to the show, Couri Northington. Hi, Couri.
Hey, how are you? Thank you so much.
Fabulous. Thank you. So yes, Couri was on he inspired this show because Couri and I had a live interview months ago, and this is where the idea to do this came from when I interviewed Couri. But how have you been since then, Couri?
Oh, I've been good. Just keeping busy. Like with my Legal Shield business, with my other business ventures that I'm doing, like still connecting with different business owners and families, helping them in their daily endeavors, and just trying to
be that light that you are.
Exactly. So thank you. I couldn't say it, but
yeah. Tell me about let me take this down. Tell me about why you got into Legal Shield. Why was that something that was important for you?
Oh wow. Well, when I heard of it, I was like, okay. Like at first, you don't know until you know. So I went to when I was in college. I went to uh, like a private business reception at a friend of mine's house. So where they laid out the service and the business opportunity, and I said,
Mhm.
oh okay, hey, it fits into some of the stuff that I was doing. I was like, okay, like the ability to help people without worrying about hourly charges of an attorney, like being someone that has seen the law not work, especially for minorities, was something that really inspired me to just say, okay, this makes sense. Let me come on board as a member and associate. So, and since then, I've helped people get wills done. I've helped people who had legal disputes, traffic accidents, you kind of name it. I'm no attorney myself. I wanted to make that distinction clear. I just know like attorneys, and then it gave me the ability to talk to people outside of my state. I mean, like you, for instance, in Florida or New York or California, just the ability just to network, and it just also became a tool. And then, but the important thing about Legal Shield is just empowering, just the
Yeah.
ability to talk to an attorney without worrying about, okay, how is this going to break my bank
Budget.
account? Yeah,
Right.
because when you're using attorneys, we know that a lot of
They
times people,
by the hour.
yes, exactly, like anywhere from 100 to 500 on up. And then, like, and if especially like if you're in a legal situation where you're going to need hours upon hours of an attorney, and then that's billable hours to them.
Hmm.
So, and then where the average American might be making anywhere from $8 to $15, just depending on what kind of career or path they have, and it takes a lot of money to have this have these attorneys, and then the and that's the beauty of Legal Shield, just to make sure that everybody that comes on board as a member can have that equal access. And
Right. To
then
have access to legal representation.
exactly,
Yeah. One of the things, especially if you have a small business, is contracts.
yes,
Don't go on the internet and just cut and paste a contract together. If you're part of Legal Shield, you can get a business contract drawn up for yourself.
yes, and also you can have business contracts reviewed in a timely manner, like within a few hours, few days, just depending on the extent of the contract. Also, too, before you sign one as a business owner, like you got to have an attorney look over it, because the other side probably had their attorney draw up a contract,
Hmm.
because contracts were made for attorneys to look at and for other attorneys to review for their clients before you sign. So whether you are signing like something as simple as a cell phone or a car or a building, it's things in there like always just saying like the bold print
The
give it, but the fine
small
print,
print, the fine print,
fine print, yes. So that
fine print.
yeah, so when you got to squint and
And
look and say,
can't
what
even, you
is
need a microphone, a microscope to look at,
exact
magnifying.
exactly
Yeah.
exactly. And so, and then especially when those contracts were specifically in specific industries.
Yeah.
So, like in the entertainment industry, for example, there might be things and clauses and stuff like that 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 the average person that's coming in may not know.
Right. Or
And
even
then
understand what they mean.
exactly, and you see like a lot of the celebrities, for example, like Oprah Winfrey, she won't probably even sign a birthday card without having her attorney look over it. So, it, or and it, I just use her as an example because it is so important that we know that, hey, like if celebrities use attorneys, like although they are financially independent for the most part, like how important it is for us as business owners to have that, like the contracts, the documents. Also, like if a business or a person owes you money, like our services can help by writing that letter or making that phone call on your behalf to
On
let you
your behalf, right.
exactly. And then, and one of my favorite parts about the service is the unlimited consultation.
Right.
So like you can call as often as you want. And so me, just like we have unlimited talk on phones, on most phones now,
Right.
like 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I've used consultations a lot because I'm a member of Legal Shield. I do have a Legal Shield membership. So it's really important to have someone have your back, really. That's what Legal Shield does. So like even a traffic ticket, have them take a look at it, have them fight it for you instead of
yeah,
you having to deal with that yourself. So
I
that
know.
there are a lot of things that can come up in your life that you need legal representation for, and this is an opportunity to for a minimal fee, annual
Yes,
fee, to have that access. Very important.
exactly. And then also, there's several benefits. Like we mentioned a few of them, like the unlimited consultation, the documented contract reviews, the letters and phone calls made on your behalf. Also, for a business, like we have tax attorneys. So if you're ever audited, like through your scheduled E&Cs, through your business or your personal, we have tax attorneys there that, well, the first hour they will consult with you. You tell them what's going on. If you are audited by the RS, then they can come and represent you by
Represent.
phone or in person and make sure that they not like the RS is not going to have you say anything more that will open you up to more audit or try to get you out of that audit.
Right.
So, and it's so, and then also like trial defense, because every business like is one lawsuit from going out of business.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't tell you how many times that I've heard like, okay, like a good business, like they had one mistake, that person sued and they out because it is like right there. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
because like we do have different insurances like business insurance and
Right.
life insurance, like legal and auto. Like now,
Yes.
auto insurance is the law of the land. So I wouldn't be surprised in our lifetime if legal is a part of that
Becomes
too.
part of that. Well, that's
Yes.
interesting. That's very interesting. But you're absolutely right that um, things in your business can just pop up without you being aware. I mean, I had a situation and I had a consultation with Legal Shield about it because someone didn't like the name of a book that I had and decided that they they didn't want me to have that title anymore.
Yeah.
so,
Exact.
so I had to have a consultation with them to see what I can do, what is beneficial for me, and they were able to help me through with some of that situation. So I want to say hi to Nisabwe. I hope I'm saying that right. She'll be
Hey.
on an upcoming show. She's saying greetings from Burundi. So that's all the way on the other side of the world. So thank you so much
Ooh.
for joining us.
Yes.
Yeah, so having access to legal representation, and you mentioned tax attorney. You know, a lot of times business owners, they have an accountant or a CPA, but they don't actually have a tax attorney to set up their business correctly,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
so it is beneficial to you and your business to have this type of what do you call it? A backup plan,
Yeah.
or
Or
like
legal access.
legal
Or
access is really important.
yes.
Yay! She said I got it right. Yay!
Yes. All
So,
right. Uh,
so talk about so for business owners. So if you have a small business, if you're a solopreneur, if you are you just have a small practice or a small business, or you're just starting out, find out more, contact Couri so you can find out more about having Legal Shield as a part of your business strategy, so that if anything, you have those unlimited consultations. You want to know about something, find out, do I really need, do I need to have a trademark? You know, I use this term all the time in my business. Do I need to have a trademark?
Yeah.
Ask an attorney,
Yes.
you know,
Trademarks, copyrights,
copyrights, trademarks,
intellectual property.
how do you protect your intellectual property? What are some of the things that you can do? Let's say someone thinks that your intellectual property came from them. How, you know, contact an attorney and find out, hey, do they have a right to come after me because they're saying I stole their stuff and I didn't. You know, it's really, really, as a business owner, we have, like Couri said, insurance. It's important to also have that legal representation. So contact Couri.
Yes. And then also too, we have an amazing identity theft program as well. So
that's another thing.
Yes.
Identity theft. You know, what about oh gosh, cyber attacks? So, you know, there's this thing called ransomware now, where people hijack your computer and ask you to pay a ransom to get your information back. I'm not sure if that, you know, legally how you can find out more about that, but it's something that you can, unlimited consultations, you can call an attorney and say, hey, someone just attacked me, what can I do?
Yeah. So basically, Legal Shield, like many years ago, like realized that identity theft was on the rise, and a lot of identity theft situations are legal. So, and the one thing about identity theft for a person, like I've been a victim of identity theft, like tax identity theft. So me, like I got a letter from the IRS, because the IRS will not, as a general rule, does not call. So, but I did get, and so, but they did send me a letter and told me that my refund was ready. I said, just only one problem at that time. I haven't filed my taxes. So they needed a piece of information and everything else. I said, okay, what do I do? So luckily I was a member at that time and had access to the attorneys and also to like the identity theft specialists in our Legal Shield network. I talked to them. They said, okay, hey, Couri, this is what you need to do. We're going to help by freezing like your credit repositories, like this Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. And also we're going to have you to, we're going to email you this form. You use this form when you get ready for your file your taxes. You also make a copy of your driver's license so they know it's from you. So me, luckily, I was able to do that, gave them all the information. So I was able to get my refund like a few weeks, a couple of months later, and everything else. And so not only was that a blessing in disguise, I'm like, thank you, because the average person has to spend hours upon hours trying to
get into the IRS, to get to the IRS, making phone calls, being on hold forever.
Yeah, and not even the IRS. I mean, they're just one
and Experian, TransUnion, you have to Equifax, you have to call all of them separately to try to
and then also too, and also the affidavits, the time, the forms, everything. So literally, like what could have took me hours upon hours to do, like they shaved it down to like, oh, just
fill out
strokes,
put in this thing and send it in.
Exactly, and then they also went out and found the people who did that as well. Yeah, so, and that's just one part of identity theft. There's also like cyber, as you mentioned, medical. A lot of people are familiar with financial, like the banks and the credit cards and stuff like that, but there's only like 15% of all identity theft that's out there.
Wow.
And it's not just the US, it's all over the world. Like for an example, like someone, I'm just using this as an example, someone from Spain could buy our information, because our information is out there.
It's on the dark web. It's out there. If you think it's not, if you think your stuff's not on the dark web, it is on the dark web.
Guess again. So it's just not a matter of just if, it's just when. So all of us in the continental US have already been victims of identity theft. We just don't know it yet. So, and every day you're hearing about breaches, you're hearing about Target, you're hearing about Walmart, you're hearing
some businesses, hospitals.
Is
yeah,
exactly
so
school.
Maria says, I need Legal Shield. Yes, you do,
Yes.
Maria. I'll hook you up with Couri.
Yes. So feel free to call me. I'll be glad to explain it. but yes, I mean it is out there, and I mean, and so and like me,
immigration services too. I mean, I gave them a call, especially with this whole situation with COVID. My mom was here. She was visiting me. And when the airports and everything shut down, everything went on lockdown, I needed to extend her stay. So I was able to also contact an attorney to find out what I needed to do, told me what it is I needed to do it, to make sure that legally she's covered. So, so anything in your life could pop up that you don't even know that you'd need legal representation for. So
yes, indeed,
have it as a backup.
Yeah, and then also too, like I just want to let your viewers know, be so careful with your information. I know I'm preaching to the choir with a lot of y'all, but like when y'all are out, make sure that you have just common sense stuff. Just make sure you're aware of where you are, who you're with. Make sure that during these holiday seasons, because identity theft goes on a rise during the holidays. So because like it like we go in the stores, we're using our credit cards, we're using going to banks, we're doing so many things with it. And it's so important that you got to make sure that you're covered. And I mean, and like that's beautiful thing I like about LifeLock and some of these others. They let people be aware of it. And then also like if you are a victim, make sure that you get it straight as immediately, because and also the savage thing about identity theft, it's just not a one-time thing. A person can use your identity like dozens upon dozens of times over, and then like to open up accounts to. So it's because sometimes I had to like something from like my backyard and like around. It's like I don't care. So when I hear it, kind of had me cringe now, but really like I have bad credit. They can take mine. I say it's not about your credit. It's about your name. It's about who you are and everything else. And it's so many ways that identity can be used. So it's the number one crime in all the world. So when you think of it like this, like drugs, for example, like can be used just one time. Identity theft can be used dozens upon dozens upon dozens of times. So like 100 people can have like 100 different accounts in your name. And hey, and like let's say you get pulled over, like they say, oh, you got a warrant for your arrest. I say, hey, what did I do? I'm gonna say in some cases you don't know
because it wasn't you. They just used your identity. It was
exactly. Exactly. And then they hear that dozens upon dozens of times every day, like a police officer or law enforcement. So, and it takes hours, like I said, to prove that it wasn't you. I said, like, so someone can be here in Birmingham, Alabama, and someone can be using my identity in Miami, Florida.
Yeah.
Or, and so I never been to Miami, Florida.
Right.
So, but
yet.
I mean, but for right now, in my some odd years, I have never been there. But the ultimate thing is with that is that when you're covered, you can say, hey, it was not me. Like, I know where I was. Can you help me? Right. And sometimes a person just want, and business owners too. And so we have services like if you have employees in it, we can offer this as a volunteer group benefit, because if they've been a victim, it's going to take away from the work that they do for your business.
They're going to be distracted trying to deal with the situation, the emotional toll that it takes and everything. But if you know that you have this legal shield, identity theft protection over your business and your workers, then it's covered and they can have peace of mind and they don't have to worry about how they're going to fight this, because you got another entity fighting it for you.
Yeah. So
excellent.
Yes. So while you're at work, you can have the attorneys work and the credit specialist and ID shield our identity theft partner, like come in, help you to the best of their ability and everything else and restore your identity back to where it was pre-identity theft status. So while you're at
Excellent.
work. Yes.
Well, that is awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. So
Thank
guys,
you.
it's really benefit to you. And like Couri said, wills, estate planning, everything that you need personally and professionally, during this time to maybe you had unfortunately someone in your family pass away from COVID-19, and you have all these documents and all these legal things that you have to go through now and deal with, and insurances and everything else. If you have Legal Shield, have someone else have to do that for you. You provide the paperwork and have them take care of those things for you. That's another peace of mind. So you never know when you might need a service like this. And there are specialized attorneys. So you may have an attorney friend or have an attorney that deals with one specific thing. But there are specialties in all legal circles, just like in medicine, there are specialties. And so when you have Legal Shield, you have access to all those specialties. So keep that in mind too.
I couldn't say it any better myself. Thank you.
Excellent. See, I'm out here doing your job.
I know, man. I love that. Hey, I'm glad I met you.
I know, right? Well, Couri, it's always a pleasure chatting with you. It's always, I know we Couri and I are kind of, buddies too. So this has been really a great Small Business Saturday shout out, because I've had two of my friends on, and really, you come on the show, you become my friend anyway. So,
thank you.
But Couri has partnered up with another company, and just in the last few minutes, because I know this is a brand new thing for you, but just the high level of what this new sort of arrangement is that you can help people with.
Okay. Well, a fellow Legal Shield business partner of mine that I befriended on Facebook, Dr. Tyra Jones, who is absolutely amazing, has a company called JA Consulting and Tax Corporate Solutions, and based in Houston, Texas. So she helps for and nonprofit businesses establish business credit, business lending, funding, business plans, business formation, and grant writing. Mm-hmm. So she's been doing that well over 10 years. So when I met her and we started talking, building up a great relationship and everything, she told me about what she did. I said, "Oh, I think I like to add that to my services. Mm-hmm. So when I'm talking to people, because I'm usually running across business owners that are looking for alternative ways to pay for equipment, capital, all that, to build and to grow beyond what they have. So she brought me on board. We've been helping a lot of people in our circle. We are expanding and everything. So she is absolutely amazing.
Yep. And I actually have a show coming up, a podcast coming up with Dr. Tyra Jones soon. So you'll get to hear from Dr. Tyra Jones on my podcast.
Yes. So tell her I said, hey. I usually talk to her at some point in the week, in a day and week. But so
that's on the financial side. That's just all about
financial, growing a business and everything. So a lot of legal components. So makes sense to have Legal Shield in there to talk to the attorneys about the stuff that might be complicated that the average person might not know. So one reason why I said, makes perfect sense to me. So I just kind of married it with my Legal Shield business and offer it to all my friends and business associates too. So, but they can know.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Couri. So Couri is someone that you should get to know. So if you want to connect with Couri, here is his website. It is https://CouriB20 wearelegalshield.com. So copy that down. It's courib20.wearelegalshield.com to connect with Couri. And of course, if you're part of this Small Business Saturday shout out group, please connect with Couri. He is always commenting or liking other people's comments in the group. He is someone that you need to get to know because he is very much a networker. He loves to meet new people. He loves to network with people. So connect with Couri. And he loves to connect people together. So
Yeah, so
he is a great person to have in your arsenal of contacts.
thank you.
You're very welcome.
And likewise. So.
Okay. Thank you, Couri. So
All right.
any last words that you wanted to share during this holiday season?
Well, happy Halloween. Do be safe, everybody. Also, happy birthday to your lovely daughter
Thank you.
as well. And I hope everybody is safe, that their businesses are thriving in this pandemic. And thank you so much again, Ms. Couri, for having me on your show.
You're very welcome.
Sorry for the technical difficulties.
That's okay. Listen,
mhm.
technology is technology. And
Yes.
sometimes we have challenges with technology and we just have to go with the flow. So,
Yes. So luckily
I'm thankful you worked it out and you were able to join.
Yes. And luckily I didn't have to break my tablet in order to get that.
And you didn't have to break your tablet in order to get it.
Yes. I cracked my
I
own
know
self
you got
up.
a little frustrated there a little bit, but it's like, but
Yes.
it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. We made it, even though we had to flip flop things around a little bit. You know,
Yes.
I try to be a little flexible. Try to
Yes.
be a little flexible so that but work
Yes.
within the time frame that I have here set aside for Small Business Saturday shout out. Thank you so much. She said it's a powerful session. Nisabwe said it's very powerful. She is coming up on a show later on in November. So look out for that.
Yes.
Has some really amazing, she has an amazing nonprofit that we're going to be talking about. So you gotta tune in when she's on the show. Thank you.
Oh, yes, I will.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you again, Couri. You have the most amazing rest of your weekend. And don't go anywhere. Stay in the green room for me.
Yes.
Well, that is another episode of Small Business Saturday Shout Out. That was Couri Northington with Legal Shield. He's an independent representative of Legal Shield. And earlier we had Maria Miliotis, who is the founder of FaceWorks International. And we talked all about your branding, really discovering and showing your brand and your business in the best possible way. And you are very welcome, Nisabwe Florence. She's all the way in Burundi. I'm so excited to have her on the show coming up soon. So again, if you're on YouTube, hey, YouTube, please come over and join our community. If you have a small business, a side hustle, or whatever it is that you're doing to spread your light and your message and your business in the world, come on over to facebook.com/group/Small Business Saturday shout out. And you'll see there with me, Alicia Couri, and join our community. For those of you who are watching, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is youtube.com/c/Alicia Couri. I would love for you to be a part of the great things that I have going on YouTube. I have my podcast, which launched this week, all on leadership. It's Leading with Audacious Confidence. Plus, you'll see some of these shows and some other really great content that you can always learn and grow from, because my motto is to influence, educate, inspire, and entertain you, so you can step into your own audacious confidence and live the life you only dream possible. So with that, I would like to say thank you so much, and thank you for the well wishes of my daughter. And happy Halloween, everybody. Have the safest time out there. And please, please, please be safe. And I will see you not next week, But the following week for another Small Business Saturday shout out, the 14th of November, where I will be celebrating another birthday in my family. The 14th of November, my mom will be 75. So yay! So next week, we will not have a show next week, but the following week we will. So I will see you then for another Small Business Saturday shout out, and have the greatest week next week, and have a prosperous week, everybody. See you then.